Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're digging into a really specific point you hear a lot in gun control discussions.
Right, the claim that people on, say, a terrorist watch list or the no-fly list can just walk in and buy a gun, no problem.
Exactly. And there's this idea that there's, nothing we can do about it. We've got an audio clip. We're looking at part of a hearing with Senator Grassley and James Comey, who was FBI director back then.
So our mission here really is to get clear on the facts presented in that hearing. What actually happens according to the FBI director at the time?
Okay, so this claim, it got a lot of airtime, particularly mentioned by former President Obama. That idea of powerlessness.
A significant gap, potentially insecurity if it were true.
So Grassley put it straight to Comey in the hearing. He asked about this. And Comey's response was pretty clear.
What did he say?
He confirmed the FBI is notified. If someone on the terrorist database tries to buy a gun and goes through the background check, the NICS system.
So there is an alert. The FBI knows it's happening.
Yes. That notification itself is, well, it's step one. It happens.
And crucially, what happens after they get that notification? Comey talked about that, right?
It did. And this is where it gets interesting because he outlined several concrete actions the FBI can actually take. It's not just a notification that sits there.
Okay, like what?
Well, one big one Comey confirmed is delaying the transaction.
Buying time.
Right. Buys them critical time. And if there's probable cause for some other crime, they can arrest the person right then and there.
Okay, so an arrest is possible if the conditions are right. But what if there isn't another immediate charge?
Good question. Comey also mentioned they can directly engage with the individual, confront them.
Just based on the attempted purchase by someone on the list?
Seems so, based on his testimony. And beyond that, if the person is considered a high threat, but maybe an immediate arrest isn't feasible,
Then what?
then they can implement around-the-clock surveillance, full surveillance.
Wow, okay. That's a significant response. Delaying, potentially arresting, confronting, surveillance.
Exactly. So hearing all this, Senator Grassley kind of summarized it. He concluded from Comey's answers that there are existing ways, to stop suspected terrorists getting guns through this route.
Which, that directly pushes back on the narrative that nothing can be done, doesn't it?
It certainly seems to, based on this testimony. Comey's account, as presented here, suggests established procedures are in place, maybe procedures not always highlighted in the broader public conversation.
It makes that helplessness claim look, well, questionable in light of what the FBI director himself described.
Yeah, and the audio clip we reviewed even kind of links this to the gun show loophole discussion.
How so?
Suggesting that perhaps, like the loophole debate, the facts on the ground might be, let's say, simplified or presented in a specific way to support calls for more legislation.
So the point being made is that current laws and FBI protocols already address this specific scenario. People on the watch list trying to buy guns via licensed dealers doing NICS checks.
So, wrapping this specific point up, contrary to the idea that nothing stops these attempts, Comey's testimony indicates the FBI is alerted and does have a playbook of actions they can take.
Yeah, the notification happens, and there are defined potential responses ranging from delays to active surveillance.
It really underscores the importance of looking at the details from primary sources, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And it leaves you with something to consider. How often are complex issues presented with broad statements? It might be worth asking if the official records, the testimonies like Comey's, actually back up those wider claims you hear. What other widely accepted ideas might warrant a closer look at the primary source material?